When it's PCS time, you know the drill. Pack, research the new base, get the kids in school, because family supports family. At American Public University, we support military families with flexible, affordable online education that moves with you. As a military spouse, your tuition rate is the same as your partner's, just $250 per credit hour. American Public University, education that moves with you. Learn more at apu.apus.edu/military.
This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We try each day to make sure we're learning something, you're learning something, and a lot more. And thank you for listening. These are 7 stories that we're following today. It's December 30th. We're right on the verge of New Year's and New Year's Eve. I'll walk through the 7 quick stories. Then also some shorter individual podcasts that go through some different pieces of this as well today. First, the markets gave back some of their year-to-date gains on Friday. The NASDAQ dropped 1.5%. The S&P dropped 1.11%. On Monday, it's looking even worse today. Today, the 30th, the markets are tanking, just a disaster. So those are our first 2 stories. The market's giving back some gains on Friday and sort of really struggling today. The third story, a great story in the Wall Street Journal today regarding CoinDesk, a media firm that covers the crypto world. And in the trade press world, the story that we're about to tell is not that unusual, but still a poor example of ultimately journalism and so forth. So here, the media company had written a piece that reflected a key sponsor, Justin Sun, who's the founder of Tron, in what was perceived as a very negative light. Now, Tron is a big sponsor of one of the firm's events. Adding sort of insult to injury, CoinDesk is really owned by an investment firm, Bullish. When it came to light and that sponsor, Justin Sun or Tron, complained about the story, the 3 leaders of the editorial team were promptly dismissed. Again, not a red letter day for independent journalism, but nevertheless a fascinating story. A great story in this. See CoinDesk dismisses top editors after story draws crypto executives' ire. And again, fascinating in a lot of ways. 4th story following today is MicroStrategy. A great story in the Wall Street Journal here, too. The investing cult fueling MicroStrategy's ascent, and just a fascinating story. MicroStrategy is an investor in Bitcoin, but it uses leverage to sort of triple down the leverage, the points it takes in Bitcoin. It's got a market cap of nearly double the value of the Bitcoin it holds. It's up 90 billion. It was at a market cap of 90 billion, down to about 80 billion now. And I haven't looked at it today, but the stock is currently up 422% year to date. And ultimately, a fascinating story about this growth of Michael Saylor's firm, MicroStrategy, and Michael Saylor, sort of a famous investor. 5th, a story from Motley Fool. If I had to pick one stock to buy and hold, it would be the one and only Berkshire Hathaway. And basically, the point being for Motley Fool and Howard Smith here is that Berkshire Hathaway is really a diversified operating business, a bunch of different operating businesses, an investor and operating businesses, and basically written by Howard Smith, an excellent piece that if you wanted to make one stock one of your core holdings, Berkshire Hathaway would have been it or should be it, and I love that. Finally, 6th, we're hosting a webinar on early stage and venture stage investing. We're featuring Venkat Mokurla, brilliant investor, on January 27th. Venkat's the founder of Midstream and also a former partner in Andreessen Horowitz. Text us to register, or you can find the registration link online, I believe, but 773-766-5322. Finally, last, we're excited to double down on the Becker Business Minute in 2025. This year, the Becker Private Equity Podcast, the Becker's Healthcare Podcast have just done amazingly well. We're excited to double down next year on the Becker Business Minute podcast, short and to the point, less private equity, more straight business, like a lot of these episodes. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Always. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
When it's PCS time, you know the drill. Pack, research the new base, get the kids in school, because family supports family. At American Public University, we support military families with flexible, affordable online education that moves with you. As a military spouse, your tuition rate is the same as your partner's, just $250 per credit hour. American Public University, education that moves with you. Learn more at apu.apus.edu/military.